Hello, my name is Courtnie King and I am here to present a book review regarding the book Strengths-Based Leadership: Great Leaders, Teams, and Why People Follow. This book was co-authored by Barry Conchie and Tom Rath, whom are consultants for the organization Gallup. Barry Conchie is highly sought after by the CEOs and is an expert in executive assessment, team diagnostics, and succession planning. He brings objective measurement and insight to these important leadership areas. Tom Rath has written 5 of the most influential books of the past decade. His first book, How Full Is Your Bucket?, was a #1 New York Times bestseller. His hit 2007 book, StrengthsFinder 2.0, was Amazon's #1 selling book globally in 2013. The author sought to identify the fundamental elements to becoming a successful leader. They devised the question, how can you develop your team by harnessing strengths of your team members? Rath and Conchie went on to determine the keys to becoming a great leader. In order to accomplish this, the authors assembled a team of experts to review decades worth of data on this topic, which included more than 20,000 in-depth interviews with senior leaders, studies of over 1 million work teams, and 50 years of Gallup polls about the world's most admired leaders. They initiated a study of more than 10,000 followers around the world, and in their own words explained why they followed the world's most influential leader in their life. Rath and Conchie identified 3 keys to being a successful leader. These include learning and investing in your strengths, recruiting others with the right strengths on your team, and meeting the 4 basic needs of followers. There are a few key takeaways from this book. The first involves the 4 leadership domains, which comprise of executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. According to the authors, leaders do not have strengths in all of these areas, and therefore surround themselves with people whose strengths dominate in other areas. The second involves meeting the 4 basic needs of followers. One must ask themselves these questions. Do you keep your word as a leader? Do you have your employees' best interests in mind? Do your employees always know what to expect from you? And are your employees inspired about the future? The target audience includes established leaders who desire to improve their leadership skills, and new leaders or those who desire to pursue a leadership role and need to identify and develop these skills. There are multiple strengths of this book. The authors include an accompanying test to identify one's personal leadership strength, and once identified, the authors explain how to lead with your specific strength. Not only does this book assimilate leadership enhancement strategies, it also incorporates the needs of followers and why they are important. Lastly, it is an interesting, quick, and easy read. I did not necessarily find any weaknesses with the book. However, it does require a willingness to utilize the tools to select sufficient team members. It does no good to identify what you should do if no action is taken. Some may view the book as disapproving, and it may cause them to feel inadequate regarding certain skill sets. I believe the objectives of the book were achieved quite well. There is evidence that the awareness of one's strengths and the subsequent increase in self-confidence it produces might have long-term implications. A study was conducted in 1979 concerning the self-evaluations of 7,660 men and women who were between the ages of 14 and 22. Participants were followed for the next 25 years, and the measures, which included questions about career success, job status, education, and health, were repeated in 2004. They found that those with higher self-confidence in 1979 ended up with higher income levels and career satisfaction in 2004. More notably, those with high self-confidence in 1979 saw their income increase at a completely different rate in comparison to those with lower levels of self-confidence. The group with high self-evaluations in 1979 also reported having fewer health problems in 2004 than they did 25 years earlier. On an ending note, I highly recommend this book. It is very engaging and motivating. It is highly beneficial for emerging leaders to identify and build on their strengths. The This book is also helpful for current or established leaders who may want to identify a new approach to problem solving and team building. Thank you for your time today. I am willing to answer any questions you may have at this time. Have a wonderful day.